Hi there! Your practical exam is one of the essential activities on the Leaving Certificate music syllabus. Performance makes up 25% of your marks and 50% if you decide to do the performance elective, which many students do. This is good news if you enjoy performing. The practical exam usually takes place around Easter. There are two parts to the exam, a performance element and an unprepared test. This series of videos will focus on the performance element. There are a number of options to choose from for the performance element. From performance of prepared pieces or improvisations to demonstrating music technology skills or conducting. Talk to your teacher about the best fit for you and the requirements for your choice. These videos focus on the most popular options, singing and/or performing individually or as a group. You can perform music from almost any genre: classical, trad, folk, rock, jazz, ethnic, stage musical, and any other popular genres. Don't be afraid to present music that's true to you. Make sure your pieces are of a high enough standard, that they show diversity in style and technique, and that your performance program is the right length. Work with your teacher to make sure that you are meeting all of the relevant criteria. The rules are slightly different if you are performing as part of a group. So again, be sure to discuss these with your teacher. Those are just some of the rules, but what about some tips? Galway's Ensemble in Residence Contempo Quartet might have a few ideas. As with any of your subjects, preparation is key. Make sure you choose pieces with your teacher that follow the exam rules, but are also suitable for your level.
Practice makes perfect, and I believe there is no greater secret for achieving that wonderful performance. Make sure you have enough time to become very familiar with your chosen pieces or songs so that you can feel confident in your performance.
No matter what instrument you play, it's essential to incorporate into your practice scales. Scales will help you getting an even tone with the intonation, rhythm and speed.
If you have problems perfecting certain parts of a piece, just isolate that part, slow it down, practicing slowly for as long as you need, and then gradually, after you've solved the problem, bring it back to the tempo.
Work with your teacher to develop a character for your songs or for your pieces. Find the right phrasing, the right articulation, the right tone in order to present the music at its best.
Before you go into your exam, be sure you are warmed up and ready to go.
If you are playing an instrument, make sure your hands are warm. It is always a good idea to warm up your fingers and your muscles before you are actually performing, as we do when we're playing sports or when we're dancing. Warm fingers would move more fluidly, with more flexibility and hopefully more accurately. Think about bringing gloves or a hot water bottle to your exam center, or simply running your hands under warm water.
No matter if you are a string player or a pianist, it's very important before an exam to have your fingers warm up through scales and the technical exercises.
If you are a singer, make sure you have your voice properly warmed up before an exam. So maybe try in your practice routine to incorporate some warming up exercises which you can use just before the exam.
Make sure you have everything with you: sheet music, music stand, rosin, your instrument and water. Make sure you have someone to help you carry in all that you need into the exam room, and consider having someone turning pages for you so you can focus on the music.
Try to think of your practical as a performance rather than as an exam. A good performance doesn't just come down to how well you perform your pieces or songs.
A good performance starts the moment you are entering the room. The examiner is your audience. This is your moment to perform for them, so you are entertaining them. So enter the room with a smile, be confident, and remember that the examiner is on your side and they want you to do well.
Take your time before you begin and in between pieces. Don't feel under pressure to rush your performance. You have worked hard and now it's the time to enjoy. If you are going to enjoy the moment of your performance, it is more likely that your audience will also do so. I would recommend to mentally go through, before you start performing, either the beginning of your piece or the very first lines, as this will help you to focus and to get into the mood of that piece.
A good performance is not necessarily about playing the notes right, but about communicating the feeling to your audience. So don't be afraid to put feelings into your performing.
Always finish with a flourish. It is very important to make the audience understand that the piece has ended. And also, when you finish, just count to 3 and then drop your hands down. And like this, both yourself and the audience can take in the wonderful music you just have performed.
We hope you found these tips helpful in the lead up to your Leaving Cert music practical. Remember that your examiner is on your side and wants to see you do well. Believe in yourself, prepare to your best ability, and enjoy.